Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, everybody, good evening, everybody, depending on where you are. First of all, many thanks to Bellcrest Institute for organizing this important discussion. It's a shame we only have an hour because, in fact, it could take a couple of days to really dig into the many issues that are facing the country, where the world is grappling with crises, so climate change, economic volatility, fragmentation of society, and emerging new transformative technologies driven by AI, as we've been talking about already. But at the end of the day, good governance still depends on human beings. And I think we need to remember that that's an important factor. We need to have people working together despite the problems, despite the I guess I don't want to blame social media for all the ills of the world, but it certainly does make things in governance often quite tricky. So there's no single actor that really creates a good governance environment. We've got the government itself, we have the private sector, we have civil society, and we have communities. They all need to get together. They all need to have their own role and understand their own role. And I think it's important that we ensure that communities are not just seen as beneficiaries, but as co-owners of solutions, whether that be a large investment from a foreign investor or a government initiative to support the development of, for example, renewable energy. If communities are seen as beneficiaries rather than as partners, often initiatives fail. I think there's something we need to understand. So for partnerships to succeed, stakeholders, all the stakeholders need to develop a shared vision of the future state, one that is actually quite difficult often to develop. We all have different objectives, we all have different needs, and to get people all on the same, singing from the same hymn sheet, so to speak, is quite tricky. Political leaders can, of course, set the tone, but religious leaders, I work quite extensively in northern Nigeria, and the religious leaders are important up there, particularly when it comes to women empowerment. We've got academia. We've talked about the triple helix. In many countries, academia are ignored, or they think that teaching is their role rather than a broader social impact that they could have. The private sector, trade unions, and the community. When leadership is inclusive, everybody feels ownership and things can move forward. But for investors, and in today's world, with the transition in development thinking from aid to private sector engagement, trust is the key currency. Global capital is increasingly guided by environmental, social, and governance standards. Investors are looking for countries and in sectors where transparency, accountability, and collaboration reduce risk and create stability. In fact, transparency and accountability are themselves powerful investment catalysts. We know this in Nigeria, we know this around the world. So many countries could improve their transparency, could improve the way that they treat investment, the way that they welcome investment, the rule of law, the standards of governance, the efficiency of government in welcoming investments is something that needs a huge amount of attention around the world. No government is perfect, no country is perfect, but some are truly awful. I've worked in over 30 countries around the world, and in general, investment promotion agencies and other economic development structures are underfunded, under-resourced, and often ignored by governments. And if we want private sector investment to come, then these organizations need to be properly funded, properly staffed, properly skilled, so that they can do the job that brings together the private sector, the communities, and governments. I just want to say, in conclusion, governance is ultimately about relationships. It's about people. It's not about technology. It can be supported by technology, but it's about people. whether citizens believe their voices matter, whether investors believe that rules will be applied fairly, and whether communities believe that development will truly improve their lives. Thank you.